If you see something over and over and over in your bloodline, like a lot of the men in your family have heart issues, or all the women in your family get beat, or all the men in your family cheat, or all the young girls in your family get molested, baby, that's a generational curse. Now, I know some people just don't believe in curses, and I get all of that, right? But here's the thing. It doesn't matter what you believe. It's what the Word of God says. And so I say all of that to say this about your children. A lot of times when we see something like cancer in a bloodline, or, all the men die at this age, or domestic violence, or nobody's being married, or people are getting married and getting divorced 50 times, or whatever the case is, we don't associate that with our little children, our children that are 1 year old, 2 years old, 3 years old, 7 years old, 9 years old, 12, 13 years old. We think, oh, that'll happen way on down the line. But here's the truth. The enemy knows where he's going. He knows how this whole thing ends, right? He's not really happy about it, but it is what it is. And so he's very patient in the sense that he'll just plant a seed and he'll let it grow. And what's happening is we don't see it growing. We just get to see the fruit of it. And what happens is sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes the fruit comes at a time where you may not have the authority over them like you do now when they're young. So anything that you see in your bloodline, anything that you have personally been tormented by, anxiety, depression, perversion, lying, stealing, fornication, pornography, masturbation, wanting to end it all, any of those things that you have, struggled with or whatever, you don't have to wait until you see if it pops up in your child. No. You cancel all of that now. I don't even care if it's on the table. I cancel the spirit of rejection. I cancel the spirit of, low self-esteem. I cancel anything that is not of God in my children's life. My children will walk with God. My children will grow up and walk in who God has called them to be. They will marry a man of God. They will marry a woman of God. It seems crazy when they're so young, but I'm telling you, it's just like that. And the enemy's working overtime because he knows how this thing ends. So you have to understand your authority. You have to use your authority. I always tell my cousin, she always wanted to call the pastor. I need the pastor to come pray. I need the pastor to come pray. Baby, God gave you those kids. You go pray. You have spiritual authority over your children. You get to stand in the gap and say, not these. Not these. Come on. We got to stand in for our babies.